Alright, here is the ovulation test strips that I'm using. It has the expiration date on the back. It doesn't expire till 2013. And then here are the directions. Ooh, upside down. Do not immerse past the max line, lay the strip flat, and then if the control line is as dark or darker than if the test line is as dark or darker than the control line, then it's positive. If not, it's negative, and you're supposed to dip it for 3 seconds and then let sit for 5 minutes and read the results in 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and dip this. Got my pee cup here. Okay, this is what the strip looks like before it's used. And there's the max line that you're not supposed to go past when you're dipping it, and then has LH here on the side because that's what it's testing for. It's testing for an LH surge. So I'm going to go ahead and dip that. Okay. And there it goes, and we will check on that in about 5 minutes. Okay, so while we are waiting for the results of that OPK, I was going to show you my other OPKs that I have. So starting off, this is the cycle that I conceived in August, and the baby that I miscarried. So I did keep the OPKs and the pregnancy test, and I'm going to make some kind of like remembrance box with it. So I've got those here. So let's see, I started testing on cycle day 11 with those, and it looks like I got my first true positive on probably cycle day 15, because this is actually 15. This one's actually 15, I just screwed it up. So I would say that was my first real positive. So on cycle day 15. And today I am cycle day 14, so hopefully I ovulate soon. So they kept getting darker and darker and darker until about 15 when they're positive. Cycle day 16 was still positive. So that's the cycle that I conceived of OPKs, and then these are my pregnancy tests. So you can see I took, you can tell it's a pregnancy test because it's HCG instead of LH. And 9 DPO, it was negative. And then I got my first very, very faint positive at 10 DPO. And then there's one at 11 DPO. This one was at 10 DPO, it's barely positive. And then this one was the 9th, it was 11 DPO. So that's kind of what my pregnancy that ended up in a miscarriage looked like. This is the wacky cycle that I had last cycle, coming straight off of the miscarriage. As you can see, my OPKs are crazy. They started out positive because I still had HCG in my system from the miscarriage, and then, let's see, I would say I got a positive on November 14th. But that pregnancy ended in a negative. And now here is my new cycle I've started, and it's kind of cool because this cycle, I started my cycle on December 1st, so each day of the month, that's the cycle day I'm on as well. So on 12/10 it was 10, cycle day 10, so I started testing on cycle day 10. This is what they look like so far. This is one I took this morning right when I first woke up. I was really hoping to get a positive today because if I get a positive today, that means I'll probably ovulate tomorrow, which means I could test on Christmas Day because I'd be 10 DPO, and that's when I got my positive last time. But it doesn't look like I'm going to get a positive OPK today. Let's check this one out. It is 3 p.m. and it's still negative. Dang it. I was really hoping that today would be positive, but it's not. So I'll probably take one more right before I go to bed to see, but as of right now, it is still negative. Okay, hey guys, it's another Trying to Conceive update. It is December 14th and I am on cycle day 14. So, still no ovulation yet. But I am in my fertile window, which is super exciting. So I had some EWCM today and yesterday, so I'm definitely in my fertile window. I just have not ovulated yet. And I was hoping that I would get a positive OPK today and ovulate tomorrow on the 15th. That way I'd be 10 DPO on Christmas and I could test, but it doesn't look like it's going to play out that way. I am predicting that I'll probably ovulate on cycle day 16 or 17, meaning I will be able to test the day after Christmas and the 27th. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm still taking the Fertilaid for women and the FertileCM every day, and I take those with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I've been taking those, and I have noticed a little bit of a difference in my CM. Not a drastic difference, but a little bit of a difference. They say that you need to really take them for 3 months, 3 consecutive months, for you to get the full results. So this being my first month taking them, I did take this for 3 months. Let's see, April, May, June, no. I took this for about 4 months when I conceived in August. So I really had it built up in my system, but then you stop taking it when you get a positive pregnancy test. So I didn't take it, and now I'm back to taking it. So hopefully there's still a little bit in my system from before. Who knows? But along with those pills, I'm still temping every morning, and then I record my results in the Ovagraph. There's an Ovagraph I'll show you, and a Fertility Friend. I signed up for that and I got a free VIP membership for the first month, so I am using that, and at the end of this video I'm going to show you my charts. Now I'm going to show you my Ovacue for this month. Okay, here's what my calendar looks like. So it was saying that the 13th was my peak day, which means that I would ovulate on the 14th, but it doesn't look like I'm going to ovulate today, so it looks like it might be a couple days off. But that's just the general prediction, so it's okay that that's off. Like I said, I think I'll probably ovulate on the 15th or the 16th, and they predicted the 14th, which isn't that big of a difference. I'll show you my readings. Actually, I'll just wait and show you my readings on the Ovagraph because it'll be easier. But anyways, definitely in my fertile window. So just waiting for a positive OPK and waiting for ovulation. I also wanted to do a quick reintroduction really quickly because I know a lot of people I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, not a lot, but a few new subscribers since my last pregnancy and my miscarriage and everything. So there's a few new people watching me, and on my last trying to conceive video, everyone was calling Thomas my husband, which is totally fine. I don't take offense to that at all. Totally fine in my book. But just to let everyone know, we aren't actually married. We are engaged, but we're not married yet. We've been together for a long while, and we do plan on getting married, but it's just not a priority right now. We just don't want to have to spend the money on a wedding right now. So we're waiting. We're waiting until after I graduate college. I have 1 more year left, so we're waiting. So we're not married yet, but we will be. And we are actually living with Thomas's parents right now while I'm in school and not working, because to save money on utilities and rent and things like that, because while I'm in school, I don't work while I'm in school, but I do work in the summers when I'm off. When in summer break, I do work, but I don't work during the school year. So while I'm not working and just strictly going to school, we decided that we're just going to live with Thomas's parents until I graduate to save money. And a lot of people are like, why don't you work and go to school? I could, but it'd be very, very, very difficult because I go to school full-time, and in addition to the full-time school hours, I have to be in a classroom learning. I also have to put in hours in my field placements because I'm going to be a teacher. So just about every semester, I have hours that I actually have to go into classrooms and either observe or write lesson plans and actually teach lessons. So on top of my school workload, on top of that, I also have to go and be inside the classrooms and observe and teach and do lesson plans. So it's really, really busy, and the course load is pretty heavy. Like I'm taking 2 writing intensive courses right now, and they're crazy. I'm actually on winter break right now, but before break I was taking 2 writing intensive classes, and they require a lot of work and a lot of dedication. So it'd just be way too crazy, and I would not be able to see Jaden hardly at all, because right now, while I'm in school, I don't even get to see him that much, because either I'm at school, I'm at the library doing research for papers, or I'm working on homework. So it would just, adding working to that would just be out of control. So I'm not adding that extra stress in with work. So I'm focusing on my schooling and focusing on Jaden right now. So I just wanted to clear that up, just in case you guys are new to watching me. I know most people already know all this, but just in case, I wanted to get everybody on the right page. Because a lot of people were calling Thomas my husband, which I thought was cute. But we will get married eventually. But like I said, it's just not a top priority right now. Jaden turned 3, so he's now officially 3 years old. I had no idea that, you know, before having Jaden, I always thought I would have my kids really close in age. Well, Jaden came very early, unexpected. He was not planned. So I was really young when I had him. So he's 3 now, and we feel like it's definitely time to give him a little brother or sister. So we're really hoping that this is our month, because I definitely didn't plan on having my kids this spaced out. But it worked that way, and actually now that I have, you know, Jaden's a year and he's 3, I'm glad that we waited, because he is still very dependent on us and very high needs still at 3. So I could not imagine adding a baby in the mix anytime before this. So I think it's just the perfect time. It's going to be the perfect spacing, and hopefully, you know, it works out this time. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys my charts. You know, this would probably help if I were to clean my computer screen, because it's dirty because Jaden is always touching it. But here is the Fertility Friend website. Here is my chart. I'm on cycle day 14, and it's the 14th. And you go down here, and here is my actual chart. I didn't start temping. Well, I actually started temping cycle day 4, but I wrote down the temperatures on like a little sticky note, and I can't find that sticky note. So my temperatures start on cycle day 8, which I'm hoping doesn't throw things off too much. This is the first time I've used Fertility Friend, so here's that. You can see here is the cycle day, and here is my period. Usually mine only lasts 5 days, but this last period was 2 days longer than usual, so it lasted 7 days, which was really long for me, but I think it was because I had just had a miscarriage and things were still getting cleaned out in there. So I had that for 7 days, and then on cycle day 10 I had creamy CM, cycle day 11 creamy, cycle day 12 it was watery, and cycle day 13 and today the 14th I've had egg white cervical mucus. And egg white cervical mucus is your most fertile. So I'm in my fertile window right now. Here BD is for baby dancing. So we've done it on cycle day 7, 9, 11, and 13. So we've done it every other day so far. And as soon as I get a positive OPK, we plan on doing it the day of a positive OPK and the 2 days afterwards. So 3 days in a row once I get a positive OPK. Here's my OPKs. So I started taking them on cycle day 10, negative on cycle day 10, 11, 12, 13, and I need to put a negative in here for the 14s because it was also negative today. This is cervical position, and I forget what they mean. Let me see. So I forget what they mean. I put them in there, but I know today was my cervix is high, which is good. It's still kind of medium as far as firmness goes, you can choose either firm, medium, or soft. Mine's medium right now, and it's the opening, cervical opening, is kind of medium as well. So that's kind of where my cervix is. When you're at your most fertile time, you're going to have a high cervix, a very soft cervix, and then a open cervix. So still waiting for it to soften up a little bit more for ovulation. And I think that's all. You can put notes in here as well. So if let's see where I put a note. Today I also had possible light pre-ovulation twinges on my left side. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to ovulate on my left side. I had a little bit of twinges today, so hopefully that side's gearing up for ovulation soon. So you can put your little personal notes in there. I don't always put notes in, but so like on Cycle 11, I put CM is lotion-like, cervix is beginning to soften, but is still pretty firm. So you can put your own little observations in there if you want to. So there is my fertility friend chart. Now on to the Ovacue. Here's the Ovacue website, my Ovagraph, and that is charting my temperatures and my Ovacue reading, I think. Here is for sex, so 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th. So every other day so far. These are my notes that I've put in, so let's see what I did on here. Cycle day 11, CM is lotion-like, cervix is beginning to soften and higher, but it's still pretty firm. Cycle day 12, cervix is a little higher. Cycle day 13, I was very excited because that was my first sign of EWCM. And then cycle day 14, possible future ovulation twinges on the left side, like I said before. These are for my OPKs. They've all been negative so far from cycle day 10. There is menstruation. And here's like my actual, try not, it's such a glare, but it's hard to show a computer screen, I'm sorry. But here are my vaginal readings so far, starting from cycle day 8 when my period ended. I started taking them, and you'll expect them to be high, and then they should start to drop off. I'm hoping that today I have a really low number as well, because they'll drop off right before ovulation, and then on ovulation day you'll have a spike in your vaginal readings, and that lets you know that you are about to ovulate. Here are my oral readings, and as you can see, the way it predicts your ovulation in advance, like I told you it predicted I was going to ovulate on the 14th, is you're going to have 2 low readings, or a high reading followed by 2 low readings. So you'll see, here's my high reading on cycle day 7, followed by 2 low readings. So that's how it predicts in advance. So from here, it predicted 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from the day it had that high number, followed by the 2 numbers, it counts out like 6 or 7 days, and that's how it predicts your ovulation day. So there is all that, and that's just all my information. So yeah, those are my 2 charts, and I'll put the links down below so that you can follow along. Yeah, this video is extremely long, but I wanted to really document what I've been doing this cycle, and I've had a lot of people ask me about a lot of different things, so I was trying to squeeze everything into this video. So if you have any additional questions, let me know, and I'll be glad to ask them, and hopefully I ovulate sometime soon. I will update when I get a positive OPK. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye! Okay, I wanted to quickly revisit this OPK before I turn the thing off, because as you can see, it's gotten a lot darker than when I showed it last time. So it's not quite positive yet, but it is totally getting there. So it's definitely darker than the one I took this morning. So I will take another one right before I go to bed, and hopefully maybe it might even be positive tonight. You never know. But I think I'm definitely going to get a positive OPK either late tonight or tomorrow. So that's exciting.